thing. Dream while you're sleeping. Time slowly creeping. Wake up before it's too late.
It's when Carl studying 7th grade that things change. Because he went to St. Francis of Assisi, that is a private school. And at that time, me and his father separated. He was in 7th grade. So, because of all the responsibilities, I changed school because I could no longer afford for him to go to private school. And that's when things turn around. And that's the time I know he was growing up also. I know he wasn't going to be the sweet baby he was, but I didn't expect that.
It's not that I was lost. It was just like, it was cloudy. Like, it was like, I was just that kid that was like all over the place. Like, I felt like one day I could be talking about doing well in school, and then the next day I'm like, man, it's just too hard, I give up. And then like the next day it's like, yeah, I just want to chill with my friends or whatever.
So we can say that you're not performing well because you're from a single parent household, or you're not performing well because your environment is so dangerous and you're bringing this hood mentality into the school. You know, it's a lot easier for us to draw on those things. And there's enough isolated examples. You know, and I know that, you know, people who work in the schools, they'll challenge me on it, and, you know, they always talk about their worst kids and all that kind of stuff. And I understand that it's a tough job. You know, I'm not trying to undermine everything.
A lot of times I am afforded the opportunity to speak to students and people that are, you know, on their way up or trying to do something with themselves, whether they're in high school or elementary school or whatever it is, and offering them some guidance and some lessons I just think it's invaluable. Those things helped me get to where I am. There were always people in my life. I grew up without my father, but there were always father figures, whether it was a coach or a Boy Scout master or an advisor in college, that pointed me in the right direction, that, you know, helped me see right from wrong at critical moments in my life.
I feel like Urban Ambassadors introduced me to who I really was, to who I really am. I feel like before Urban Ambassadors, I was just that kid. Like, I felt like I had to be cool with everybody. I felt like everybody had to like me. I felt like I had to please people. That was my biggest problem. I really felt like if I didn't get somebody to like me, it was like a big deal. Like, it was a problem. Like, in my soul, it was just a problem.
When I found out the Urban Ambassadors program was being formulated based on research that I had conducted, I was ecstatic, because as a researcher, it's my dream that my research will result in something tangible and something that will really affect the lives of the people who I wrote it to protect in the society and to advance in the society. And when I heard about the principles of the Urban Ambassadors program, I thought it was spot on. Having a focus on peer education and peer support.
I think this program has done really, really wonderful things to help them realize that they are valued and that they have value to contribute to the society. No matter where they go, they'll be going to colleges outside of New York, and they're taking that with them. So it's like they're spreading that experience, that knowledge. And remember, once you have knowledge and you have experience, no one can take that away from you. You may lose your money, you may lose everything, but it goes with you wherever you go.
Too many people have accepted these stories and these myths and this attitude about what young black males can't do. They're always thinking about what are the risk factors or what are the barriers, but they're not thinking about breaking barriers.
So we make sure that we create this holistic program that embodies all of the necessary things that are needed in order to make a successful child.
And I think what this program has allowed them to see is that them being who they are is great and more than good enough, and they don't have to try to be like the popular kid, or they are leaders.
My favorite part of the Urban Ambassadors program is being able to lead and set an example with 22 other young men of color who I find have similar qualities to me and different qualities. And I think that's what makes us unique. A big group of us, all diverse, all have different stories, but at the end of the day, we all want to do the same thing: lead, make an impact, give back to our community.
It's like a brotherhood in a positive way. And we need to create positive things for our young Black and Latino males, because everything else we hear about them in society, it has a negative spin, and not everything for everyone in that race is supposed to be negative. And as educators, we're here to make sure, it's our obligation to make sure that they get something positive out of growing up and out of high school. So I think that, this is a worthwhile thing for them. And I see it in the young men that are in it in this school. I see it. I see how they're growing. I see how they speak to one another. I see how they treat the girls. I see how they treat the teachers. I see how they talk to their parents. It's a good thing. And we should shout that from the top of the roofs, that this is a good thing for our schools.
No time for dreaming. Gotta get on up, gotta do your thing. No time for dreaming. Gotta get on up, gotta do your thing. Dream while you're sleeping.
If I could just have one young person not go down a certain path that I know is gonna be destructive to them, I'm content. But I got 31 now, and that makes me even more passionate, because I know these are my 31 that I know from this point on, compared to any other work, we joint at the hip.
If you create the right opportunity, Black males will rise to the occasion.
The college I'm thinking about going to is Virginia State University.
If I have to choose a profession for him, I want him to go to the medical field, but he doesn't like it. I give him the choice to do and to choose whatever he wants to do, but I want him to finish. That's the point. And to be good at it, not just go to school because you want to go, but to finish, to be good at whatever you're doing.
What I would say to my mom is high school graduation is not it. That's not it for me. What I'm looking forward to is after college. I'm gonna graduate, there's no doubt about that. I just been working just non-stop just to graduate high school, but that's not the plan. The plan is, what am I gonna do in college? What's my legacy gonna be? What am I gonna leave on the earth? I feel like my mom should support me on that. I might not 100% get it right now, but I'm gonna get it. I feel like I love my mom, and I just hope that she's able to stand by me 100%.
And one of the things that I like about the Urban Ambassadors program is the program isn't doing what they do in the vacuum. They're not just looking at their own success and keeping it there. They are putting the kids in a position to be able to broadcast that message to other places. And I hope it does catch on. But in order for people to respond, they have to believe in the potential of this program.